I don't know why two people quit their psychology career after spending time with me. To be fair to these people and to align to one of my values, I will not name these people. And the intent of this video is more just to share a brief story of some things that happened in my life that are still confusing to me today. Um, so 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 back to the video's opening comment. Just to help add brief context. Um, Many years ago, and for a very long time, I was having many life struggles, including interpreting and managing my own emotions and struggling with my own studies and working towards a stable career. And and as one attempt to minimize or to remove those problems, my mum suggested I spend time with psychologists, and one specific psychologist I spent time with. This was already in this was already after I had seen multiple other psychologists who I believed were all not very helpful, because the way I understood that they conducted these sessions did not seem to give me much value, and they seemed like a huge waste of time where I was just talking about things, and we weren't really developing and tailoring practical solutions for me that work best for me. But that is a slight tangent. But back to the video topic. This one psychologist I spent time with, and this went very similar to how my psychologist sessions have gone, where they ask me to share my life history or life events and what troubles me most, and I shared my life experiences in great detail, and how I find greater happiness in a solitude, because partly because I have a very consistent struggle and pattern with a people where they end up in conflicts, or people just abusively reject me. And I don't know why, but after some point, this psychologist told me, I am going to quit this psychology career. And I wondered why. Like did I say some, like, is my life experiences that sad to hear, or did but in a way, when I think back on my previous experiences, I did go through enormous suffering, and probably lots of that suffering was in silence. Um, so so but not the intent of this video is not to make people feel sad, and just to be clear, I believe I am at a much better place in my life now than I was before, where things were much more uncertain, things were much more complex and much more difficult to process. But yes, that's one case. The next case, and for context, in case people are not aware, the Australian government has this program called NDIS, which I believe is intended to support people, intended to support neurodiverse people. And they do this by providing funding to um, help bring services to neurodiverse people like myself more easily. And one of these services is support workers, who are just individuals who agree to be these support workers, and there is some communication between us about what does the client want to achieve, and does the support worker agree to provide that support. And in my case, there was one time earlier in my life where I spent time with one support worker, and I believe, and I could be mistaken, but the intent at that time was to help improve my communication skills. And one way we did this was I would meet with my support worker, and we would just do plenty of walking in public or outdoor, and try to have conversations. And I spent a long time with this support worker, and this one did not explicitly say I will quit a psychology career, but after spending time with me, they did share some comments like, I am thinking of quitting my psychology career, and to be clear, that this person was not a certified psychologist. They were a student studying psychology at a university at the time. But this is just one pattern I have noticed in my life, is that I met a psychologist and a psychologist student who seemed completely unrelated, but one common thing is that they both talked about quitting their psychology career. So does that mean that psychologists and therapists are not really helping as much as they should or could? And that is and now that I say that, that does seem to be true based on my own experiences, and to help provide some constructive ideas to help give people the better support that we need. I believe the cognitive behavioral therapy is not really that helpful, and I don't know why that people believe this form of therapy helps, or what is the positive intent, because I don't think a change in people behaviors is inherently good, because my guess, or for me at least, my behaviors are driven by my own values. This is not a backwards thing where the behaviors define me. It's something. There are things invisible deep in my brain, including my values, that drive my decision making, and drive my preferences and approaches to various things in my life. But I'm suddenly realizing I might be going too off tangents. So just to try and circle back and focus on this video topic. Long story short, I don't really know why two people who seem to not know each other and be in completely different environments, or maybe they had similar like psychology education, why they had this common pattern of mentioning to me about quitting psychology. And I do wish for a better future where people do get with the mental health support that they need in a very accessible way, and especially because mental health is not really a choice. We are all born with very specific brain functioning or personality types that have very specific needs, and the sooner we can identify and support those needs, the sooner and better we can achieve happiness in our lives. And I believe this may be a symptom of some bigger problem. So maybe psychologists are not as helpful as they could be, and maybe our school education systems do not teach these important self-care like skills and knowledge very early on. And now my ADHD brain is now jumping to a related thought, where I have asked myself, why doesn't school teach these things? Like why does school focus too much on brutally forcing people to adopt structured language, like there is so much practice of writing skills and of verbal skills, but why aren't we taught about mental health and how to do our taxes and how to build like practical survival skills? So I won't talk too much about this. I recall posting another YouTube video on this channel where I did talk briefly about why I believe our current education system seems to have failed people in general. But long story short, and without making this video too long, I have no idea why two people I met and interacted with decided to quit psychology after spending time with me. And as a joke, am I some kind of psychology disease, or like someone who helps prove that current psychology practices or current therapy practices don't really work? But yes, I believe that is all I wanted to say for now. Thanks for watching.